Izumi, a second-year student, had an important day ahead, so he made sure to leave early that morning to avoid being late. He didn't want to keep his girlfriend, Shikamori, waiting, but something always seemed to go wrong for him. He frequently got into minor collisions and had a streak of bad luck that day. He tripped over a stone outside his house, fell while avoiding bird droppings, and ended up keeping his girlfriend waiting for a while. When Izumi finally arrived at their agreed location, he was out of breath and disheveled. Shikamori was a kind girl and didn't mind that he was late, even though he apologized profusely. They walked together to school, and Izumi couldn't help but find his girlfriend attractive, even though she occasionally exhibited another side. As they walked, a speeding truck suddenly appeared, and Izumi was nearly hit. Shikamori quickly pulled him to safety and made sure he was okay. This experience made Izumi realize how cool and capable Shikamori could be, despite her cute and sweet appearance. Finally, they arrived at school, where they checked their class sections for the year. Izumi and Shikamori both hoped to be in the same class, but Shikamori didn't say much about it. Izumi prayed fervently to be in the same class as his girlfriend, while Shikamori remained calm and collected. When they learned that they were indeed in the same class, they were overjoyed. Their prayers had been answered, and they were excited to spend another year together. In their shared class with friends Hachimitsu, Yuzukashu, and Nekozaki Kaiowell, Shikamori and Izumi briefly part ways. Shikamori goes with Hachimitsu and Nekozaki, while Izumi accompanies Yazuka. Shikamori cannot contain her joy at being in the same class as her boyfriend and lets out a scream of excitement when she thinks Izumi and Yazuka are gone. Izumi is relieved to see her happy and to know he is not alone in feeling this way. During self-introductions, the homeroom teacher asks Izumi to introduce himself first. He mispronounces his name, leaving an impression and causing the class to laugh. Later, during a break, a classmate accidentally throws an eraser towards Izumi, but Shikamori's quick reflexes save him. However, the eraser hits her instead, leaving her embarrassed. While Shikamori is in the restroom, some classmates approach Izumi and question why he has a cute girlfriend despite being a dull person. They warn him that Shikamori may also suffer from his bad luck. Shikamori overhears this and becomes angry before leaving the room. Despite the boys' attraction to her, they are afraid of Shikamori's anger. She tells Izumi not to worry about their classmates' comments. Izumi seems unfazed by the situation, even as Yusuke invites him to hang out after school. Shikamori, Hachimitsu, and Nekozaki realize that they had all planned to hang out separately, so they decide to join forces and visit a bowling alley. Yusuke and Nekozaki are both competitive and animated, but they stop talking when the others ask them to. Once the boys leave, Nekozaki and Hachimitsu huddle close to their friend while Shikamori's girlfriends give her advice on how to make herself look bad at bowling so that Izumi will find her attractive. Shikamori struggles with whether she should appear cool or cute in front of her boyfriend, but after some consideration, she decides to adopt a fully cool persona. Even the other bowlers at the facility cheer for her after she manages to get several consecutive perfect strikes. During the ball sports tournament, Izumi intends to support Shikamori, aware that he is terrible at sports and frequently finds himself in dangerous situations. However, he learns that the dates for the boys' soccer game and the girls' volleyball match are the same. Despite this setback, he promises to support her throughout, even though they are apart. Unfortunately, Izumi's bad luck and clumsiness cause him to experience one setback after another during the boys' soccer game. Shikamori is concerned for him when she sees him stumble and fall repeatedly. When the volleyball match is about to begin, she rushes to the nurse's office where Izumi has been taken. She keeps watch over him there, obviously concerned for his welfare. Izumi assures her that he is fine, but knowing he caused her to worry makes him feel bad. As she runs her fingers through his hair, Shikamori examines the large scar on Izumi's forehead. He reveals to her that he has endured some terrible wounds in the past, prompting her to advise him to simply stay by her side as she worries about him. Before Shikamori leaves for her volleyball match, Izumi claims that he too can protect her. When he suggests that they skip the game and stay under the covers together, his girlfriend teases him, leaving Izumi taken aback and red-faced. Shikamori and Nico's team are playing against the volleyball club's ace in the girls' volleyball match, and their class is losing. Just in time, Izumi and Anizuka arrive, and Izumi summons the courage to shout at Shikamori to give it her all. Inspired by his words and the efforts of her team members, Shikamori helps their class win the game. After the match, Izumi congratulates her and holds her hand while praising her for a job well done. Shikamori responds, her voice trembling, that the only reason she succeeded was because of his support. Izumi feels pleased and a little shy when his girlfriend compliments him. Thanks to her impressive performance in the volleyball match, Shikamori gains several supporters who request photos and autographs from her. However, when they see Izumi, they inquire whether he is her boyfriend, prompting Shikamori to take action when someone makes advances toward him. A few days later, Shikamori is still surrounded by some of her supporters who gush over her and invite her to join them for dinner. Even Nekozaki has her followers. However, Izumi is unable to approach Shikamori as she is constantly surrounded by admirers, causing him to worry. As Izumi and Yuzuka stand by the window, a ball suddenly flies towards them and Yuzuka quickly pushes Izumi out of the way, taking the hit in the face. Shikamori, who observes this from a distance, becomes jealous of Yuzuka for being too close to Izumi. She knows that Izumi has faced some setbacks without her by his side and worries that he may rely too much on Yuzuka for protection. Later that day, Izumi walks alone, lost in thought, when he slips on the staircase and almost falls. Fortunately, Shikamori saves him from harm and tells him that she only wants to take him home with her. However, when Izumi encounters an upset Shikamori who accuses him of spending more time with a musician than with her, he brushes it off and tells her that he has been missing her company. As they walk home together, Yuzuka offers Izumi free tickets for 2 people to a show, but he cannot use them because he has to work. Instead, the young couple decides to go see a movie that evening. Izumi realizes that he has caused Shikamori to endure many calamities in the past and decides to put in more effort to avoid such incidents in the future. He prepares for their date meticulously and ends up with a backpack overflowing with items. Meanwhile, Shikamori struggles to choose what to wear and creates such a commotion that her older brother enters her room to see what's going on. When he asks about her plans for the following day, she merely replies that she's going to see a movie with a friend without elaborating. On the day of the date, Izumi has a rough start, forgetting the backpack at home because the strap snapped along the way. Despite this setback, he finds a lost child and takes her to the police station. When he finally meets Shikamori at their meeting spot, she's already there waiting for him, and he's too shocked to speak when he sees her. As they board the train to the theater, Izumi daydreams about sharing a kiss with Shikamori while watching a romantic film. However, Shikamori mistakes his red face for a fever, but he assures her that it's merely excitement for watching a movie with her. Once they arrive at the theater, they debate which film to watch, and Izumi insists that Shikamori chooses since she always prioritizes him over herself. She surprises him by picking a horror movie, and he nervously agrees to watch it despite his fear. Throughout the film, Shikamori holds his hand to ease his terror, and he thanks her after the movie. Despite his fear, he's grateful for the chance to hold her hand. As Izumi and Shikamori plan to indulge in some fancy candies, Izumi realizes his wallet is missing despite having tied it to a string attached to his pants. He apologizes to Shikamori for the mishap, but she forgives him and they continue walking. Soon, they bump into Izumi's parents and are invited to their home for a meal. Shikamori agrees and they are warmly welcomed into the household. While eating, Shikamori displays her cool composure by stopping a fork from hitting Izumi, which surprises his parents. Impressed by her manners, they treat her like a princess and serve her some of their best dishes. Shikamori compliments the food and eats. His parents are delighted by her visit and invite her to come over any time. During the meal, Izumi jokingly asks Shikamori if she's nervous in his home, but she confidently replies that she's not. His father teases them for their flirtatious behavior, which causes his mother to blush. After dinner, Izumi falls asleep and Shikamori offers to help his mother with the dishes. She accepts the offer and thanks her for supporting Izumi. Izumi's mother suggests that her misfortune may cause him hardships, but Shikamori disagrees and says that it has made him a kind person. His mother is touched by this and admits that she wishes Shikamori was her girlfriend. His father jokes that she's having an affair right in front of him. The conversation ends with everyone laughing and Shikamori promising to always look out for Izumi. Thanks for watching. Next part will be added when complete. Please like and subscribe.